What's up everybody? Kyle Nelson, Nelsoncraft TX, back with another video. A couple videos back, I talked about how I milled up a pecan log that had some spalting in it and made a cutting board and a pin. This time I decided to make a pocket knife. So let's get into it and check it out. Materials for this project, super simple. Knife kit and wood. Maybe a couple pieces, or 3, or 4, or 5, 6, I don't know, whatever works. And I say whatever works, I threw like 6 pieces on there because this was all little offcuts. I didn't know what was going to work, so here I'm just seeing what fits. Now it worked out nicely for me. I had some pieces that would fit just perfectly, so went ahead and traced that with a pencil and took it to the bandsaw. Now I kind of lucked out. I wasn't expecting this. I was able to get a thick piece, and so instead of having to cut out the shape of the scale twice, I just turned it up on its end, split it down the middle, so I had 2 book match pieces. Turned out really cool. And once I've got that cut out, it's time to flatten it. You can do this with really anything, sandpaper, a thickness sander. I've got this disc sander that seemed to be the best thing for me, so that's what I used. Word of advice here, be very conservative with your epoxy. It will squeeze out and that just makes a big mess to clean up. So it doesn't look like I put on too much here, but I really kind of did. So just take my word of advice, don't put a ton on there. It's gonna stick. That epoxy is really strong stuff. Once you do that, just put some spring clamps on it, and then it should be good to go. Let that cure, and then time to drill some holes. Alright, you've got to kind of be careful on this part. You need a 3/32 bit to drill the first 3 holes, the bigger 3 holes on each scale. Then there's a smaller hole that you use a 1/16 bit for. Only drill the big holes on one scale first, then we'll clamp them together. You can use your first scale kind of as a guide to make sure that everything aligns properly. So that's what I'm doing right here. And once that's done, you're ready to start assembly. So first thing, put a little CA glue in for the little pins. You hammer those in from the inside. They kind of attach it and just provide a little extra support there. Then you start hammering in the larger pins into the larger holes. This is where you kind of see I'm hammering off to the side a little bit because I did not drill my holes completely straight. So something to be mindful of is putting those on as straight as you can. And then you start assembly. There's 2 metal pieces that you put on there for the locking mechanism. Then you attach the blade. Then you can clamp it together. Sometimes you can do this with just hand pressure and finishing it off with a clamp. Sometimes you have to get a clamp to kind of tighten everything down like I did here. And sanding, the best part of any project, and by best I mean most time consuming. I got out the disc sander to kind of shape it, and then you can see in the top corner I've got the orbital sander with 220 grit sandpaper on there, just to kind of blend all the edges and make it look nice. I don't know. For these, it's going to be a pocket knife. I'm going to carry it around, so I don't need to overdo the sanding or anything like that. So now it's time for finish. I just used Danish oil on these, couple coats. Like I said, it's going to be in your pocket, or presumably it's going to be in your hand using it, so it's going to absorb some of the oils from your hands anyway. So I put a pretty natural finish on there, and I think it turned out pretty sweet. This Spalted Pecan is just really awesome wood, and I look forward to using more of it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's super simple. These knives are really cool, really easy to make. The Spalted Pecan only made it that much cooler of a project. I do have a request for you guys. I don't know what else to make with this Spalted Pecan. I've got about 3 slabs that are coffee table size-ish, and a couple chunks left that I may make a bowl out of. But any ideas that you may have, let me know down in the comments. I don't know what to do with all this stuff, and I hate for it to just sit and go to waste in my shop. So I want to hear from you guys and see what you think would be a cool project to do with this. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you haven't checked out some of my other videos, there should be some here and here. And yeah, check them out.